Hey guys, it's your girl Divinity, and I'm back once again. I know, it has been months. I ain't even sure how long it's been. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I think the last time I recorded a video was in 2018. I think. That's saying something though. Well, I have not given up on this channel. I just have been busy. Completely and utterly busy. Between all this hospital appointments that I had to do and, then the surgery. I'll get to that in a minute. And then, of course, I have been packing up to get ready to move. You do not want to see my house right now. A mess. Just boxes and upon boxes. Again. But hey, what can I say? I'm happy, right? Getting the hell out of this apartment, and I'm actually getting a bigger room, so I have a bigger area to film. More videos coming soon. The point of this video is my surgery. The vertical sleeve gastrotomy, or VSG, or the sleeve, or whatever you want to call it. Officially as of May 11th, which was technically yesterday, has marked a month since I had this surgery. And I wanted to give my thoughts to you guys, to anyone who wants to have the surgery. Now, take this under consideration and with a little grain of salt. Not everyone is going to have the same reactions that I had, same pain level, the types of anything that happened with the food I have been taking in, or protein shakes or anything like that. Nothing that happened to me is going to happen to you. You might have 4 to 5 things that happen to me happen to you, and then one of them not happen at all. We're not the same people, so we are not going to react the same way to this surgery. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's begin to this video, shall we? As of April 11th, 2019, I had the surgery. So I'll put anything I can right in this little section right here, if I have anything or if I can find anything. I do remember my mom taking a video of me like passed out with my mouth wide open and snoring, but I don't think I'm going to show that to you guys. As I was saying, as of April 11th, I had my surgery. I was nervous, excited, anxious, but I don't think I was scared. I knew I have worked up to this step for months. Went to dozens upon dozens of meetings and hospital appointments to get to that point. And I wasn't going to let myself be scared. I couldn't. This is something that I needed to do, something that I wanted to do. So I wasn't going to let anything stop me. Not being scared, not a person, not the doctor. You gonna give me my damn surgery is what I said. In my head, of course. I didn't actually say that to my surgeon. But I stayed in the hospital three or 4 days. I had to stay in the hospital to make sure everything was right. The surgery, they said, went completely fine. And then I had to go to a test. This test made sure that there was no leakage in my pouch. And after I drank this gloppy, nasty, I don't even know what they were called. I can't even remember, okay? I was half in, half out, and drugged. Lots of drugs. But I can't remember what they was called, but they were, one of them was gloopy and white, creamy consistency, and the other one was like thick and gloopy, like seriously thick with a whole bunch of seeds, okay? Thick. And it was clear. And trying to swallow that just made me want to, let's just say, my body did not want me to swallow that, okay? It was nasty. Nasty. But you had to swallow that, and then I had to take pictures to make sure there was no leakage going on in your pouch, which I can say I passed. That was easy. Which then made it so that I could finally start drinking something. That was, I say, a day after my surgery. Before that, I wasn't able to drink. I was gonna say not be able to eat, but of course you guys know you can't eat like right after surgery. But yeah, after that test, for the first day, that day I took the test, and I think the day after I took the test, something like that, I was able to have clear liquids only, which is pretty much water, tea with decaffeinated tea, or in my case, herbal tea, and Jello. That was all I was able to have. I was already on a clear liquid diet for the following week before my surgery, so I was okay with that. I mean, I was used to it. My stomach was used to it. Well, the stomach I had before was used to it. My little pouch had to get used to it also. I didn't have a problem with my clear liquid diets. Some people had problems because they had to do it longer. I have talked to somebody who had to do a clear liquid diet before surgery for like 21 days, 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks without food. Who does that? I mean, I was able to get through a week, but 3 weeks? I think I would have went crazy after the surgery. I would have went through everything to get to my surgery, but you know, I would have went crazy probably afterwards, because you have to go right back on a liquid diet. Luckily, it wasn't just clear liquids, it was a full liquid diet, which consists of a lot more stuff. Like, we was able to have broth. We was able to have water. I was able to have, I'm looking at some of the stuff that I have right now. Powerade Zero, Gatorade Zero, Propel Zero, only those. It had to say zero at the end of it. I was also able to have Jello and yogurt. Yogurt was my saving grace during the full liquid diet. And last but not least, let's say protein shakes. I hated those with a passion. Hated them with a passion, which is probably the reason why I had to continue to stay in the hospital for 3 days. I wasn't getting enough liquids, which would put me as being dehydrated when I got home. They was worried about that. So I had to stay another night at the hospital to show not only my doctors, but my surgeon that I said surgeon, didn't I? My surgeon was to show them that I was able to intake my liquids on a regular basis. And when I say regular basis, I mean about 4 ounces every hour on the hour, and you cannot stop unless you're taking something else. But everything that you had to do on a full liquid diet consists of being a liquid. Thank God. And another thing that, you know, we was having a problem with, or should I say I had a problem with during the hospital stay, was taking my pills. Not my vitamins. I had no problems doing my vitamins or anything like that because they were chewables or they were dissolvables. So they were fine. It was my other pills I had a problem with taking because I wasn't able to take them fully, or should I say as a whole. I had to crush them up, take them. It was trifling. I figured out that the easiest way for me to do it was with yogurt, but I still could taste it. Then, you know, of course, you had applesauce, but you still can taste it. I did not like crushing up my pills. I still do not like crushing up my pills. However, I am taking every pill I need to take. Some pills I kind of weed myself off of because they wasn't that important. Do not do that. I repeat, do not do that unless you have your doctor's permission. The doctor who prescribed the pills permission, I should say. Different doctors. But I was finally allowed to be let go, sent home, and to start my journey all on my own, without doctors and nurses and others watching over me as I slept. That made me extremely happy. I hate being in the hospitals, completely hate it. But I was ready for this journey on my own, without having someone look over my shoulder every few hours. But also, I was going to miss the pain medication. I'm not even going to lie. I was going to miss the pain medication my stomach wasn't hurting all the time per se. It was like one spot. Let me give you a warning. This picture might be gruesome to some. It might be trigger warning to some people. So if you do not want to see what I'm about to post, what I'm about to put up, please just skip this part. Now, this picture is of my incisions. 6 incisions. One on my right side under my breast, one on my left side under my breast, and then one right next to my left side under my breast. That's 3. I have one right down on top of my stomach, right under where my breast is, and then one right below that one, about 1 inch below that one. The last one is on my navel. Those are my 6 incisions. Out of those 6 incisions, it was this one right here, or should I say maybe these 2 right here, was the ones who were giving me the most problems, the most pain that I had at the time, you know, before I left. And it wasn't as excruciating as, you know, the first day or the second day, but I was still in some type of pain. If I moved the wrong way, that pain intensified. If I dropped too fast, don't do that ever. Just, you know, sip. Sip is the key. But if I did drink too fast, because, you know, I was a glumper, I just downed most of my drinks all the time, then I would feel it right there. But it wasn't that bad. I'd say like on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain at the hospital might have been like a 9, excruciating 9. And by the time I got home, it was more like a 7, 7.5. So it wasn't bad per se. It was just annoying. Yeah, let's go with that. It was more annoying because I couldn't still do what I wanted to do. There was a lot of things I couldn't do what I wanted to do. There's still a lot of things that I can't do that I want to do, and I'm a month out officially. But it wasn't that bad. Then that pain went away. It wasn't that bad. And I'll say a week or so, that pain just continually, gradually, just, you know, went down. But then another pain came. But it wasn't also that bad. It was like, you know, the one at my navel, the incision at my navel, it was open. About, I want to say this big. It wasn't bad or anything. The pain came from, I believe, it trying to close. It's now about this size and almost completely closed. But when, you know, when it first started, it wasn't like that. So it was healing. It was closing itself up. And as it was doing that, it was giving me a bit of a pain. And that since, you know, my stomach is, you know, not the smallest thing in the world, it hangs like most people's stomach do. That's not with 6-pack abs. So while it was hanging, you know, that brought pain. I literally had to hold my stomach up. Hold it up. Not with my, at first with my hands as I was walking, you know, towards the bathroom, walking towards the kitchen to get something to drink or something like that. I'll just hold it. But you have to walk. I mean walk. Because you can't work out right now. 6 weeks, my surgeon told me. 6 weeks until I can work out and hold anything higher than 10 pounds. For a girl who's moving, let's just say not being able to, you know, lift up boxes and moving from one room to another room, that's a pain in the ass. But I was able to buy, here, I'll show you this. It is just like a workout belt. And this is what I use literally to hold my stomach for me when I go on my walks, because I can't do it myself. Now, the hospital gave me this. They gave me this thing. This big ass thing. Look at this. Like, it can't even fit all in the screen. And then you got it going all the way down here. That wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't this wide. Whose stomach, from their underbreast to their stomach, is this wide? Not mine. Not mine at all. I had to fold it in two, and even then I still had problems. So instead I just stuck with this. This is so much easier. And it's stretchy, like really stretchy. So anybody with bigger waist than me can get this. If I can find it, because I got it from Amazon, I'll leave the link down below for everyone. And as my waist gets smaller, I'm able to just use this Velcro strip right here to keep it holding on. It wasn't that expensive, and I'm sure you can find dozens of them anywhere and everywhere, but it helped me to walk. Because like I said, I had to hold my stomach. The pain that came from it hanging was more annoying and uncomfortable than, like, you know, pain. But still, it was there, and I had to find a way to be able to walk or anything like that without my holding my stomach myself, because that's just awkward and weird. Though I still do hold my stomach because it's like my precious baby now. Problems. My biggest problem so far in the past 4 weeks, the past month, has been protein intake. And in the beginning has been liquid intake all around. Let's start with liquids. My doctor said 64 ounces of liquids, not just water, of liquids I had to intake a day. With your stomach being like the size of a banana, that's a bit difficult because your stomach can't hold it all. So like the first few days I might have was able to get 40 ounces. And as the days went on, my intake went up, but 64 is still a bit of a struggle to me. I'm able to hit 60, sometimes 64, sometimes higher. Don't ask me why, but most of the days it's been like 57, 54, you know, between 50 and 60. Right, I was able to take between 50 and 60 fluid ounces of liquids, which isn't bad. I mean, really, it isn't. And it's gonna keep me hydrated throughout the day, so I won't get dehydrated and wind up in the hospital. I'm still working on, you know, drinking more than what I'm supposed to, but it ain't working all that well. Where was I? Right. It ain't working all that well. That wasn't a problem. Drinking isn't a huge problem. I'm able to get enough that it doesn't become a problem. What is a problem is the protein shakes. Those damn things bug me. You have to get, I believe, 60 fluid ounces of protein a day, which isn't bad when you can make a protein shake or whatever, and it already has 30 grams in it. 30 grams of protein from one scoop, along with protein from the milk that I use, because I don't, you know, don't use regular milk. That gave me more than half of the protein a day that I needed. After the first 2 weeks, perfect. I was able to get enough protein. I was able to drink those protein shakes. But then they started to make me nauseous. Like, I couldn't do it anymore type of nauseous. Like, I had to choke it down type of nauseous. And it didn't want to go down. But I had to put it down. I had to make sure it went down. And when I went to go see my doctor on appointment, after 2 weeks, my surgeon, he still says, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you drink all your protein shakes or have your protein supplements, and make sure you drink all your full liquids. In a week from today, when you go see your nutritionist, then you can move on to puree foods. Week 3, you can move on to your puree foods. How do you think I felt? I was ready to go home and eat some tuna or something. That's pretty much all you can eat is tuna because it's like really, really soft. But I was ready to go home and eat something. But I still had to wait a week. So I did that. I waited my week, continued my liquid intake. But what I didn't do, which, by the way, also don't do this unless you have permission to, is drink any more protein shakes. Okay, wait. I didn't have my protein shakes. I'm not even gonna lie. I stopped that day. I couldn't do that no more. But I made sure I still was able to get enough protein. I was able to make sure I was getting those 60 grams or as close to 60 as I could with protein. The yogurt that I have is 15 grams of protein all on its own. I have 2 of those yogurts normally a day, so that's 30 grams of protein. Then you have, say, bone broth. Bone broth has protein in it also. I have that right next to me. Be right back. As I was saying, bone broth. This is the one that I have been using. It's nasty. Completely nasty. So I had to put this in something, with something. Mostly water, so it was mostly water and bone broth, but or I mixed it with this one. This is just chicken broth, plain chicken broth. So like half chicken broth, half bone broth. And that wasn't, you know, delicious, but it was drinkable. By the way, I know you guys saw this, but I'll show you again. This is what I drink most of the days other than water. It doesn't have protein though, so. When I say you need to sip throughout the day, just sip throughout the day. Just sip. But you can find different things that I have, of course. My bone broth might be trifling, but you might find a bone broth that you like. This one is 90 grams for a cup. So what I normally did was take a cup, and half it. That's what I would drink for that hour. Last half for, you know, lunch or whatever. Doesn't that sound weird? ASMR. Okay, I'll stop now. That's not this channel. There was a struggle getting on my protein because, like I said, after the 2 weeks, there was a struggle getting on my protein because, like I said, that I wasn't doing no more protein shakes. None. So that week up until the following week after my surgery, I want to leave dates right here. I think I said that already, but you know, I'm going to show you dates so you can follow along with me. The next time after I went to my surgeon, I went to my nutritionist, and she finally said, boo, you can eat. No, she didn't say it like that, but she did say, you can finally start pureeing food. And then she marked it as a week. After my stomach if my stomach can handle puree foods for a week, I can move on to soft foods. By the way, soft foods started Thursday. That's Thursday. I'll also leave that list right here that she gave me. My saving grace has been eggs, whether they're boiled or they're scrambled. No oil, of course. Tuna, which I have favored the ones in the little packets because they were more easy to use. They're basically 2 meals for me. That's 4 Divinity. 2 meals for me in 1 packet. I favored the sweet and sour, the Thai chili, the hickory smoke. Oh my God, the hickory smoke tastes like bacon. For all my bacon lovers, remember that. It was all right. There are some flavors I can't take, but no, those 3 I will buy in bulks, and they're 2 meals. So that's 2 of my meals completed already a day. All I had to do was figure out what I was going to eat for the 3rd meal, and that was no problem. Another thing I like is turkey. Turkey sandwich meat or chicken sandwich meat along with mozzarella sticks. That's not what they're called. They're called string cheese. Along with string cheese. You take the turkey or the chicken slice, wrap it around the string cheese, and you have your meal for the day. It has protein in both the string cheese and the turkey or chicken that you're using, the sandwich meat that you're using. But only those 2, I believe she said, was turkey and chicken sandwich meat. I don't think you can go below that or anything else. And that was not a bad meal. It's quick, it's easy. You can take some, what they call toothpicks. Push it through the toothpick. Warm it up a little bit if you needed to warm it up a little bit. If you need to pack it, put the toothpick through it so it won't unravel itself. Put it in like a little container and you set for lunch. Because not everybody wants to take a tuna with them when they go to work. Or eggs. Because they both end up stinking. That's like house meals to me. That's not, I'm about to go outside and, you know, travel meal. But they're good meals. Like, they're saving graces. My last saving grace. And listen to this. This is the best saving grace. Or one of the best, I should say. Chili. Everybody was telling me about Wendy's chili and how you should get it. Eat it. Enjoy it. But it's not a stage 1 meal. It's more of a stage 3. That is not 3. Stage 3 meal, which consists of soft foods. Where I am officially at right now. Soft foods. Which I'm, by the way, happy about because that means your girl can eat something. Real something. Chew something. I have never wanted to chew food in my life as much as I have recently in the past month. My hair is falling out, but whatever. Haven't ever. But finally, I am able to do it. And I can't say how happy I am about that. Then you have the fact that this surgery in the beginning, first, let's say 3 months, maybe even 6, I'm not 100% sure. This is speculation. The surgery accelerates your weight loss. It accelerates your weight loss. So much so that it feels like it's just melting off of your body. I don't need to repeat that, do I? Melting off. It feels like it's melting off so much so that I'm sitting in a chair that I haven't been able to sit in 2 years. None of you probably know this, but when I filmed my videos, the past whatever videos, number of videos that I have done, I've been sitting on basically a bench, or you want to call something like that. Not technically a bench, but it was close enough that it was holding my big ass up. I don't know the exact number since the start of the surgery, how much I weighed. I'll put that right here. I don't know how much I have lost overall since the beginning of my journey. It will also be right here. It will also be right here for you guys. But I'll say I'm close to overall 100 pounds. And it hasn't even been a full year yet. Stop, freeze. Before you start thinking that this surgery is the only thing that's making me lose weight, that's not the case. Before surgery begins, you have to lose a certain amount of pounds. For me, it was 50. For you, it might be something else. That consists of hard work, of working out, consists of making sure you're eating right. It consists of having one of the greatest mental brain power ever. None of this is easy. I'm not saying the surgery helped to make it easy either. I'm not saying it's a quick fix. You are still going to have to work out. You are still going to have to eat right. You cannot get this surgery, do everything you're supposed to do, and then a month, a half, or whatever, down the line, go out and have some Mickey D's. That's not going to help you lose weight. It's also going to cause dumping, and you're going to be in excruciating pain. It's not what you can do. You still have to eat right. You still have to work out. Yes, as I said, it's like melting off. It's melting off because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm eating right. I'm making sure I take all my vitamins and drinking all my waters and liquids and protein. I say drinking protein, but I meant to say I'm taking protein. I'm getting enough protein in my system, is what I meant to say, or should have said. Overall, this past 4 weeks, this past month has been exhilarating, amazing, crazy, happy. I never thought that I would be where I am right now. Yes, this is where I plan to be when I wanted the surgery, but I never thought this is where I would be when I got the surgery. I have to make sure I stay where I'm at. Not weight-wise, not food-wise, not even this apartment that I'm at now. What I mean is I have to make sure I need to stay where I'm at mentally. This is going to be your biggest problem. Your mentality. Can you do this? Yes. Will you do this? Is up to you. No one else. All I'm doing is telling you my experience. Where this is at now, I see that journey. I see that goal that I have set for myself. It's not right around the corner. No. It's around the corner, down the block, past your homegirl street, past that one school you used to go to, next door to your friend that you used to live by. But I can see it, is my point. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification down below to be hopefully notified. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.